right, well, welcome back, everyone, to Guber Talks. My name is Justin.
I'm Gavin.
And I'm delicious.
We got Bundy here with us again. And we're actually going to start off the episode with a little food review. We're a bunch of foodies.
So crunchy.
So today, today the 3rd? November 3rd?
Yep.
Yeah.
November 3rd. It's a Sunday, and Popeyes has brought back their chicken sandwich. Their chicken sandy. And Bundy picked up a couple of them. And they're both
so
eating.
Good.
So Bundy has had it before. And Bundy, what's your overall thoughts before we go to Gavin?
I think it's probably up there. It's the best chicken sandwich as far as fast food goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how much competition does it really have, though?
Yeah.
It's got Chick-fil-A, at least around here.
Yeah, I mean, you got your Chick-fil-A. I mean,
KFC.
pretty much every fast food place does some version of a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, but if we're talking about, like, best, like...
Yeah. Chick-fil-A.
Some of those are not going to be... Like, McDonald's has chicken, but I wouldn't...
Yeah.
Especially their new spicy chicken. That's awful.
Yeah, it was not good.
Oh,
it's
Like, it's like a spicy barbecue chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
yeah.
Don't mess with it.
I had one before I came over. Or actually, when I came
Yeah,
over, before we
you came
recorded,
over, yeah.
I should say, I had one. And it was pretty damn good, if I have to say so myself.
And it's pretty basic. I mean, it's just like
chicken.
a big fillet, pretty much, which is just like a tender. And then you got some sort of... We got the spicy. Go for it.
Oh, we got spicy? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's an audible crunch or anything.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Like he snapped somebody's neck. But yeah, so it's, your chicken's on there, spicy, and then it comes with some sort of like spicy Cajun sauce and then pickles. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty similar to like your basic like Chick-fil-A
And
chicken
it's
sandwich.
cheaper.
And what?
I think it's cheaper.
It might
And
be.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
By at least $1. But that's still $1.
Oh, yeah.
And you get a bigger... I feel like it's bigger than a
It's
regular.
a way bigger
Oh, yeah.
portion.
Yeah.
Way bigger.
I can do without the pickle, but I don't like pickles, so...
I like pickles.
Other than that,
I don't mind pickles.
Other than that first bite was...
It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to be eating that throughout the...
So sweet. That's back, so people aren't going to get robbed, hopefully, anytime soon. I almost fucked that up.
Yeah, they did. I didn't look into it, but they were doing some sort of like big event in like Los Angeles and New York. And all they showed on their Instagram was just them like driving this enormous semi to those two places. So I just imagine them throwing them out of the back of the truck.
I think they charge people for that, or is this free, or just pretty much advertising?
Yeah.
Between Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, KFC... and
Throughout the podcast, you're just gonna hear.
so yeah, between like all the big chicken places in the U.S.,
Yeah.
how many chickens do you think that America goes through in a single day?
I don't know.
Like
Enough
it's
for
got
that
to be in the
little girl.
hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
Oh, definitely.
It's definitely millions.
Look at
It's gotta
all
be.
those chickens. That.
How many chickens? Never mind. I was gonna say, how many chickens do you think it takes to make a sandwich? It's probably just the one.
Yeah, probably like a half of one.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Half a chicken.
Yeah. 'cause,
Chicken's butt.
Yeah, chicken butt.
Chicken butt.
Chicken butt pie.
Mm.
Let's see.
You think do you actually eat the chicken butt? That's a dumb question, but like, there's a chicken breast.
No.
I don't think there's any meat there.
Yeah, there's no.
You ever
meat
seen a
there.
chicken?
I've seen a chicken.
It's like
but
real flat
there
on
has
the
to be
back.
something back there.
I mean, you got the back.
I've seen a chicken ass.
You have like the chicken, like
Yeah.
the back, and you have the thighs. But
Interesting.
other than that, yeah. I mean, even on the wings, there's not really much meat there.
Mm-hmm.
We get as much out of a chicken as we can, meat wise,
True.
and yeah, even some like
Holy shit.
What?
So if you had to guess, how many do U.S. and then worldwide, how many chickens are raised for consumption?
You go
per
first.
day or per year?
Each year.
Each year? Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, it's got to be 12 billion.
Worldwide?
Shit. I was gonna say 500 mil for at
500
least the
mil.
U.S.
Chicken.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I'd
So
say like at least a bill or two.
So each year, 9 billion
Ooh.
chickens,
I was close.
both male and female, are raised and killed for food. Worldwide, over 50 billion
Oh,
chickens.
wow. I was off.
That's a lot of chicken.
That's a
lot of
lot of
chickens.
chicken. Look at all those chickens. Jeez.
Does that include eggs? That's a stupid question.
No,
Never
it
mind.
doesn't include eggs.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
they're still raised for food, I guess, but not. Can you eat a chicken that is raised to lay eggs? Like, is that a thing that's normally done?
No, I think
Okay.
this is
like
a
separate.
specific type of chicken.
Okay.
that's-
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious. How How many chickens do they allow to live, though? Is that a weird question? I don't know.
Just the ones that have eggs.
Just the ones that have eggs?
Like that escape.
Yeah. Because, like, I know there's, like, dairy cows, for example.
Yeah.
where,
Yeah,
like,
there's like dairy and beef, like separate.
yeah.
Yeah.
As Iowa boys, we should know this, but we don't know this shit.
No. I
But-
mean, there's got to be a handful of chickens left over because foxes still roam around, and that's all
True.
they eat is chickens.
All the chickens.
I mean, I've seen some pretty awful documentaries, but
I was going to bring that
Yeah.
up, how they kind of, like, juice up the chickens.
yeah, they juice
For
them
the
up
nuggets.
Yeah.
and throw them in jail. And... Let's not talk about that though.
No.
Have you guys
That takes
tried
the fun away.
Burger King has their Impossible Burger now, and I feel like
We
pretty
should
soon
try
that'll
that.
be pretty common. Have you
Yeah.
guys tried a fast food Impossible Burger?
No,
Nuts.
I've had a restaurant.
No.
I've had a restaurant, like like no meat burger. I don't know if it was the Impossible. It may have been the Impossible Burger. And this was probably a year ago. I'm gonna turn your mic off. And it was one of the worst things I've ever eaten in my life. But I think it was this weird like mustard sauce they had going on with it. I think that was the problem, and I think the meat, well, quote unquote meat itself was fine. But yeah, I haven't had one since then. It kind of scarred me.
Didn't they? I'm probably wrong, but didn't they like 3D print like food recently or something like that? Or what did they make it out of?
So, yeah, it's
They
not.
generated meat, but I forgot how they made it.
It's lab grown. It's not like 3D
Yeah.
print or anything. But yeah, it's
Fascinating.
yeah, it's lab grown meat.
Would you eat it?
Yeah. So I've had this conversation before. If like the
I love it.
it's the paper that's the loudest part, not even the sandwich. Everyone's gonna be furious.
Future Gavin's gonna love this.
I'm leaving all that in.
Oh, good.
Everyone's got to suffer what I have to suffer through. So yeah, no, I've had this conversation before. If like the scientists and doctors and all that can analyze this, lab grown meat and say, yeah, this is like perfectly safe. There's no difference, like genetically from whatever is grown in this petri dish to what we slaughter outside. I absolutely would eat it, and then I would replace that with, I would replace normal meat with that, assuming there's like same protein and like minerals or vitamins and
It
all that
might
stuff.
even be better just because it wouldn't have like any like extra additives or hormones.
Yeah, that too. And yeah, I mean, if they could replace some of like the fat in like the beef with
I think we'll
whatever.
get there.
Oh yeah,
in the
eventually.
future.
So I'm totally for that. As long as it tastes,
The same.
if it's edible. If it's just disgusting, then
Yeah.
they're not going to get anywhere with it. Because like some of the veggie burgers that you can buy at like in the frozen section at grocery stores, some of them are fine, but then other ones are not great. Like there's some like these black bean burgers. It's like totally hit or miss on whether those are good or not.
I want to try more weird burgers like that. The Impossible Burger. I don't think I've ever had one before.
Gloria, she buys the Boca brand
Yeah,
burgers.
I've had those.
And those are pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know about like, I don't think I've ever had the Impossible brand Impossible Burger.
Yeah, and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know if, because there's a company called Beyond Meat that is all about that, like fake meat substitutes and stuff like that. And that company is one that's partnering with a ton of like fast food places and restaurants and to sell that. And I don't know if they make the Impossible Burger or not, but they might. But I don't think they do. I think that's a separate thing.
Separate thing. Yeah.
But
What would you give a grade for this specific sandwich, though?
this chicken one.
Yeah, you've only had a couple bites, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll let you know later on if it
Later on
changes.
in the
But
episode.
so
Sweet.
far, I like it better than like Chick-fil-A. It's less greasy. It's like
Yeah.
it's like actually like it just from looking at it, it looks like if you took like a KFC, like a top tier KFC chicken and threw it on a bun, that's what you got.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But it's not greasy and it's not.
I thought when I looked at it first, I was like, it kind of looks greasy, but the more I ate it,
I think that's just the bun, because
the
like
bun
the chicken
itself.
itself looks fine, but it's not dry chicken. So
yeah, that's good. Bundy, what's your grade, sir?
So good.
So good out of so good. That's a good grade. Well, today we are going to talk about some Funko related stuff, kind of a theme, which we will have. This bourbon over here. We do have a giveaway towards the end. So stick around for that, because you'll need a specific word to enter in the giveaway.
yeah, we'll let you know the
The word.
steps and the rules on how to
Yes.
be entered into this.
Yep.
And then
when we create them.
on the spot.
On the spot right now. But we're going to share a post. It's probably, unless that's how you find this video, from that post of sorts. But there's going to be certain rules. It's going to be very straightforward, honestly. All you have to do is just like this video, watch this video, sub, and comment.
And then
simple.
Yeah. Do we know when we're going to announce the winner?
I would say a week from today.
Yeah, so next podcast.
So the next podcast,
episode.
we typically release on Wednesdays. So I'm guessing this one will go up on Wednesday. So the week after that, nope. Which I think is November 13th. It's like a couple days after Disney Plus drops.
Then the very next day.
Yep. That's nuts. I can't believe that's coming up, but
yeah.
What's new besides the chicken sandwiches for both of you? Anything recently you're watching, playing, doing?
Watching? I don't think so. I think everything I was watching that is like relevant and new. We already finished and we talked about and
True.
all that. As far as playing, I'm not playing anything new. I went back to Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
That was fun. So
Good shit.
that's about that.
How about you, Bundy?
What did I watch? Oh, this morning I watched Dolomite Is My Name. It's the Eddie Murphy kind of like almost biopic of Randy Ray Moore. He created like the Dolomite character. This is back in like the 70s.
Yeah.
And he is kind of considered like almost like the godfather of rap music because he'd go out and he'd put out like almost like comedy albums, but he'd like do it to a rhythm and a beat. And it's got a bunch of people in it. It's on Netflix and it was getting pretty good reviews. So
Let's check it out.
yeah.
I'm gonna watch something tonight.
And then there's on AMC, it's like this Questlove produced show. It's like hip hop songs that shook America or something, and that comes out every Sunday. So I think tonight's episode is on Elevators, which is an old Outkast song. So I'm pretty pumped for that.
I saw this this like video or infographic this morning where they took the top 10 best-selling artists ever since like the 60s.
Yeah.
And they just like ran through each year and they had just like had the graph that grow and shrank. And it was kind of interesting to see. Like Michael Jackson from like 1980 to like 1996 or 5, he was like number 1 and he just like was just above everyone else and he just dropped off immediately and never like made it back.
Yeah.
And then like there were from like the 60s, you know, the Beatles were always up there, and then once they kind of dropped off, like every once in a while they kind of came back. Like in the 90s they had a resurgence because they like re-released, you know, some albums.
Yeah.
But then once it hit like 2010 2011, it was crazy because like a single artist wasn't up there for more than like a year, and they would just be replaced with someone else over and over again, except for like I think Drake was the only one that kind of stayed up there for a long time.
Yeah.
And what I was surprised about is that Beyonce, in that whole like 50-year span, she only made the top 10 for like 6 months, and she was like at number 10 and then dropped off and never came back. I'm like, I thought she was a lot, like for how popular and big she is, I thought she would have been like a top selling for a lot longer.
Who do you think is number 1 right now? I know my answer.
Right now?
Yeah.
I think, well, I just saw a video, so
Oh,
I think I know.
what about you, Bundy?
Like
Chicken died.
The top selling artist of this year.
Of like currently.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
like
kind of
right
like
now?
who the top
Is that what you saw?
selling and
They went up to quarter 3 of 2019, which is right
Okay.
now, yeah. So
who's had a pretty? I mean, it'd probably have to be like Drake, I would think, or I know Rihanna. She's got to be up there.
I think Rihanna was number 2 or 3.
But I can't think of anybody who had. Oh, Lil Nas X. Yeah.
I don't remember.
who's
seeing
number
who-
1?
It was Drake.
Damn.
Okay.
I was gonna say Lizzo. I think
I don't even think she
Lizzo's
was
had a
up
good
there.
year.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
No. But yeah, Lil Nas X, he went diamond off of that Old Town Road single, which is insane.
Yeah.
How many is that? 1 million?
That is 10 million.
10 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
Yeah.
few.
Not many people hit that. And then of course I looked up like best-selling artists of all time, just to see, and it's who you expect, you know, like Beatles, Michael Jackson, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing the number of album sales they've had, so like the top selling artist of all time, how many album sales do you think they have?
Ooh, 100 million. No, I would say. Well,
It's got to be like,
They're all pretty consistent, which is interesting.
Huh.
Like the top ones of each.
I'd say like 600 million.
So it was about 270 million was about and that's like the official, you know,
Yeah.
like number.
is that the Beatles?
Beatles were one of them. Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
There is like the Wikipedia page like breaks it down into to different sections, but
Interesting.
yeah,
Music.
there's
With streaming services, how do you think album sales? You think that affects strictly album sales now?
I'm sure it does.
Like it just
yeah.
kind of cuts them in half, or
The-
how do they? I don't know how they get the numbers off.
Yeah,
that
it
then.
is interesting. They probably factor that in. I
Yeah.
don't know how they can factor in it with album sales, because, but they probably do with like how many times an album is played,
Yeah,
and then they'll
generate.
yeah
something off
they'll
that.
say like if an album is played on Spotify, then we're gonna equal it to a sale or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I don't know how that works, but it definitely has impacted sales, and I know some artists bitch about that.
Taylor Swift.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Which it like does make sense, but it's not like Spotify is not giving you money for this music.
Also,
it's like you're still getting paid, and like you're getting royalties off your music.
You don't make a ton off the music anyway. It's
Yeah,
mostly
it's
the
all merch and
industry.
concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to a show, it's like $50 for a shirt because that's where they're making all their money.
Yeah, you
So-
can watch the concert for $10. And
I think the most you can technically make. Took a class about this. They were talking about the numbers, but if you wrote your actual song and everything about it, I think you gain between like 30 to 40% of sales. So if like say you have like a Apple iTunes song for like 99 cents, out of that dollar you get like 30 cents out of that.
yeah,
But if you don't write it,
That's if you do 100% of the work.
because you still
Yeah.
have like a studio back or a publisher.
everything,
whatever
yeah,
record
the
label you're
record label
publishing.
takes pretty much everything else,
Yeah,
like
which is
70%
kinda
of the song.
bullshit.
So that's why when you go to concerts and stuff like this, you'll see the ticket sales are fucking outrageous. The merch is stupid, expensive. Same
Right.
like Jonas Brothers. Like that was probably not a cheap concert to go to.
Yeah, it was expensive, but not
Yeah.
like, crazy. I don't usually go to like, I've never been to like a boy band concert, so I didn't really know what to expect as far as like prices and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I got Valoria t-shirt just like with the tour dates, on the back and stuff, and that was probably like $40 or $50, and I figured that
Yeah.
would be about it because
Yeah.
that's just what it is.
Yeah. Like Mumford tickets. Those were I didn't spend money on them, and she wouldn't tell me how much she spent, but we were like in the nosebleeds, and
Yeah.
it was. I bought a shirt and a poster, and the poster was maybe like $30 for a fucking poster.
That's gross.
Yeah, but I liked it,
Right.
and it had like the date. I like when like they have like special merch for each show, kind of a thing. This band called the Abbott Brothers, they would have like their own like each show had like a specific poster. There was like a special drawing, so
Okay.
each poster was completely different, and they were numbered.
Yeah, stuff like that's
Yeah,
that's worth it.
It makes it worth buying
Yeah.
it for
yeah,
$30.
and that was a free show. They played in Sioux City at some like music in the park or Saturday. Was Saturday in the park? Maybe I don't know what it's called.
Saturday
Meow.
in the park. I don't know who sings that song.
The fuck is their name? The same people that sing "You're as Cold as Ice," I think.
Foreigner?
No. Who the fuck is it? I'll think about it later. Anywho, so you're watching that. Are you caught up on The Watchmen?
Oh yeah.
It's so good, Gavin.
Sunday is so busy for TV. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got that the hip hop show, John Oliver, and Watchmen,
Yeah,
and it's a lot of watching.
Watchmen's
TV.
weird, but I like it a lot.
I like it. Yeah. This will be the third episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's like a whole lot of stuff that I have no idea what it means yet. So
Same.
it's just, and you're trying to, because if you're familiar with the comics, you're trying to go back and like infer like, oh, maybe this connects to this character or this plot
Yeah.
point. But it's just like I have no fucking. It's a really nice looking show, and the acting's really good, and the effects are really good. But
Music's really good.
yeah,
The guy who composes it is the guy from Nine Inch Nails,
Okay.
Trevor or Trent.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Trent Reznor?
Trent Reznor. Yeah.
Trevor Reznor.
Trevor Reznor. But like, so I was watching it within like the first 10-15 minutes. I was like, this sounds like Nine Inch Nails. And then I Wikipedia'd it. I was like, that's him. Knew it.
Nice.
But it's a great show so far. It is confusing as fuck. And I like how a lot of people are bitching about it already. Because they're like, oh, it's too political. There's too many like themes. And I'm like, well, have you read the comic?
I was gonna say,
The
isn't Watchmen
comic-
kind of political? Like,
It
isn't that the
is.
basis of it?
So to hear all these people whine about it, it's just fascinating. Just so that. Now put that up on the YouTube video. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 15 again, and feels great.
I watched Toy Story 4. Forgot to mention that.
Oh, what do you think?
It was the first time watching it.
Yeah, I watched it last night. I liked it.
Did you watch it on Amazon Prime?
No,
it was
Google.
Free on there. Oh, Google.
It was free? Fuck. I didn't know that.
He's over here renting movies for $8 again.
It was $6. With tax.
Jeez. By the way, it's free on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Well,
It
I'll go
does him no
rewatch.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was funnier than I expected it to be.
It's
like
really
there's a lot
funny.
of little comedic bits in there, like
Yeah.
the bit with Key and Peele's characters, the
I
two
love
stuff things.
them. Yeah.
And like they mention how they're gonna beat up that old lady or
I
something,
lo-
and then they cut
Oh,
back
God,
to
it was
Buzz,
so
and he's
funny.
like, "Well, we're not doing that."
I love the part where
Funny.
she's like at home relaxing
Yeah.
and everything, and then they just put their faces up. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's good comedy.
Yeah, Buzz's character was a lot of comic relief in that. Like,
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed because he really didn't have much of a part in it.
Buzz.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
other than just his like few one-liners and then the scene at
Yeah.
the very end.
It was just
obviously,
Woody
but-
trying to get laid the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, need to get this up.
Yeah, but
I like the ending. It's
Yeah.
a little sad. But, like,
sad in a good way though.
yeah. It was really pretty.
Yeah, it looked really
Animation was fucking fantastic.
good. Yeah.
But I'm excited. They're doing a Ask Forky series on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just strange,
Sure.
but it has Toy Story characters in it, and it's Pixar doing it, so I'll watch it. There's so much shit on that streaming service that
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian first before anything.
So let's say that releases, on whatever day, and then you come home from work, you watch Mandalorian episode 1. What do you do after that? Do you watch any of the old stuff, or do you check out any?
New stuff, probably.
Yeah.
I'll probably look at some stuff that's vaulted that I can't really watch that often, that they brought out of the vault.
I wonder if they're gonna have the entire backlog ready day one, or if it's gonna be like a Nintendo thing where like we're gonna add it as we go, even though this movie's been out for 40 years.
I know Marvel. They're only certain lineups that they're throwing it right away.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
stupid.
that's what I
Yeah,
heard. I
that's
think like the
dumb.
first 2 phases are going to be on there, something like that.
Hmm.
Just so they can release more content, I guess. But I think all the like that catalog, like the old like vaulted movies and stuff, that's going to be day one.
Oh, okay.
So there's gonna be a lot of day one shit.
Because there have been a few movies I've wanted to watch, but
All the Lion King sequels.
Lion King 1.5.
Yeah.
I like Lion King one.
Yeah,
it was
That's
good.
good.
I like Lion King too.
Catchy
Yeah.
music. But like I wanted to watch Winter Soldier, but I'm not gonna buy it knowing it's just gonna be out.
Oh,
So
I
it's
know
like
that.
if that was a movie that didn't come out, I'd be like, come on.
That's
It's
one
like
of my favorite MCU films.
I've only seen it. Like I haven't seen it pretty much since it came out.
Oh yeah, watch that one.
So
That, and of course they're not bringing the Song of the South.
oh yeah, no,
Oh
that,
yeah.
They kind of skipped over that. Some people are like, I wonder if they're gonna put it. I think they should. I'm like, no, you shouldn't.
No.
Just fucking avoid it.
yeah.
I mean,
It's a bad PR. But like,
It-
who wants to watch it?
yeah, that's the thing. It's
That's
like,
my
who's
question.
clamoring for it? But I think that we're at the point where if they put just like a little thing before the movie, just like, hey, this was like definitely a product of its time.
Yep.
Like, it's not what we currently. It's not our current values, but it's just like a story. It's part of our
Yeah.
history. We wanted to acknowledge that. Here you go. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's not like Lion King.
No, it's not like
it
a
didn't-
banger.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't have like a huge cultural impact.
Anyone that watches it is gonna watch it strictly because of
Yeah,
the
for
topic.
the topic,
Like,
yeah.
They're not gonna be like, I want to watch a good movie. Let's.
Because honestly, if they had that on there, would you watch it?
No.
No. How about you,
I
buddy?
might watch it
I mean,
once just
like,
for
see
that
it.
reason.
Like,
yeah.
I won't think I'd watch the whole thing. I'd probably check it out just to see what the what the like deal with it is.
It's
but,
probably super short too,
yeah,
so
but
it's not like a huge time investment. It's
Yeah.
not like some epic
Yeah.
racist saga.
I would maybe watch it just because of the ride Splash Mountain that's kind of based off of, but I don't know the connection between the two that well. I guess
I don't think it has much to do with the ride.
Yeah.
If I had to guess,
Yeah.
they probably scraped all that shit out of the ride.
Like,
Well,
nope.
There's this one series on YouTube called Defunct Land.
I that pops up on my feed all the time. I never watch
You
it
should
though.
watch them. You
Yeah.
would love those. It's like it's all like theme park history and specifically
Yeah.
Disney history.
They talk about like that scrapped island like park that they were going to build at Land or
There's
at
a
World.
ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But
And the water park that was going to open up on September 11th, but they ended
Oh.
up closing it. Apparently, there's like a lot of like areas at Disney that are just kind of like
mhm.
ghost land.
Hmm.
I like like about to be opened parks and whatnot. So I always love listening to people talk, because like when I was at World, that's all like the locals will talk about. I'm just like, okay, that's cool, but
yeah. So the Brer Fox and Brer Rabbit, like those characters were from like a storybook, is what I'm understanding. And so there were other theme parks that had like those characters in rides. And then I think they did like Song of the South, and then they like just reclaimed all of that. So,
ironic.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, that comes out next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah, Disney Plus. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, and yeah, so November's big for media. We've got Disney Plus.
That week sucks.
We got Pokemon. We got the new Star Wars game. Got Google Stadia's.
Yeah.
I don't know the date if they've changed that, but that's coming out this month.
And
Got a lot of shit.
there's 2 episodes of Mandalorian the first week.
Yeah, I just count that in with Disney
It's the first, the opening day, like the 12th, and then that Friday they have an episode as well. And it's like, so much Star Wars. I watched The Last Jedi before I came over here, because I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it. It was on Netflix, so I was like, there's so much I like about that film, but at the same time, there's so much I don't hate. It's just like, why did you have to do this?
Yeah.
Like, especially Canto Bight. Canto Bight, for me, is just a big waste of time.
Yeah.
It makes the movie way longer than it needs to be, in my opinion.
I think more so than Canto Bight, just the whole DJ arc. That makes it really long.
I know.
Because Canto Bight is like one scene, right?
Yeah, but like the whole point of DJ is useless. Like, what's the point of him?
Yeah.
To teach Finn a lesson? That's not fun. I think there's like other ways of going about that, because the whole like theme of... No.
He could. I mean, why not?
What's he going to do?
Did he die?
Going to do something else?
You think, what's her name? Gwendolyn Christie? Is that her name? Captain Phasma. She's not dead. Who cares about her?
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
Exactly. Like I didn't care about her. Like in Force Awakens, I thought she was gonna be a lot bigger character then.
They Boba Fetted her.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was supposed to be. I thought she'd be like a Boba replacement, because I mean, look at her. And like she didn't do anything in the first one. In the second one, she had a 30-second fight scene and then fell off.
She shows up for that when they get captured, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
literally. She's there,
but she doesn't die, so she might come back.
And like her death was super stupid too. She just fell. It's like it wasn't even.
Everybody falls, Gavin.
Well, I'm saying like she didn't get like sliced in half or like stabbed or shot or anything like that.
Whoa there!
People get sliced in half in Star Wars all the time.
She ends up at a Jersey Mike's and they're just slicing her up. One of Mike's way.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
she could have died in a lot cooler way, or at least died on screen.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really brief. I think I could see her popping up again. There's so much they have to do in this next film that I'm like, that feels like a waste.
And like for the Funko toys, like the pops that they've announced, like they're doing like all these Knights of Ren characters.
I was gonna say the Knights of Ren are probably like the replacement of her, but there's more a variety of them.
Now it's just gonna be 6 characters that I don't. Do you think they're gonna have names even?
If they
maybe,
like I said, I don't know anything about the next movie, but if they have to introduce all those people in a movie,
which I probably shouldn't say too much.
Well, I mean,
there's toys.
At this point, I don't want to go in details, but I work with someone who told me that after they watch a movie, after a movie comes out, before they even watch it, they Google spoilers. I'm like,
why?
You're the person I don't want to talk to.
Wait, after...
So, like, let's say the movie releases on Thursday.
But they haven't seen it?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
They'll like... want to go to the movie, though.
He's yeah, because I asked, I asked just in general, like, oh, you guys gonna see Star Wars? You like Star Wars, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no. He's like, I didn't like the last one, so I'm just gonna look up spoilers for the next one. I'm like, do not talk to me.
Like, stay away.
Was they were in like a flashback sequence or something in The Force Awakens, right? The Knights of Ren. There was like... Yeah, so there's that. They weren't addressed at all in... the
Last Jedi.
Second one,
yeah, so it's just like, here's 6 characters,
well,
make something of them.
That's the thing. If all they had to do was introduce these 6 characters, even just slightly, it is possible. But the problem is they also have to wrap up all the other stories that are currently going on. They can't do that plus introduce new ones.
I think I saw that it is going to be the longest Star Wars again.
It's like 3 hours or something.
It's going to be like 3 minutes longer than
than Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Last Jedi, I think it was long, but it felt long because the pacing was
slow,
super long.
Yeah,
at the point when they got to Salt Planet, it was like
crate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Crate and Barrel.
Crate and Barrel.
Yeah, when they got there, I was like, oh, fuck, I was expecting this to end. And I was just like, oh, my God. And then they got out of the cave. You better eat that.
I'll eat it once we get to
so
the next
good.
topic.
It's so good.
So good.
But yeah, that one definitely felt long. Hopefully, I mean, you can make a 3-hour movie not feel long.
Like Endgame.
Yeah.
I think Abrams has a good pace. I feel like with Force Awakens, it was very well
It didn't
paced.
feel long. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So I think he understands that, and I don't know. I like him a lot personally. So we'll see. We'll see what this happens.
Super Spielberg-esque.
Yeah.
But like the stories aren't always there necessarily. But it's like a fun movie, and it's good to look at.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, with Star Wars, it's just kind of inherently slower paced compared to like any of the other like any Marvel movie. So I'm expecting it to feel a little long, but yeah, like Force Awakens, it had enough going on in all the right parts that I never felt.
And it was setting up this new world.
Yeah.
Or at least new trilogy, I should say.
Yeah.
But
and like with
context.
with Last Jedi, there were parts in it where it's like the scene would end, and I'd be like, okay, next scene that comes up is gonna be the fight scene, or the end battle, or whatever, and then it comes up and it's a totally different scene. I'm like, okay, the next one, and it was one of those where in the theater every time like it faded out, I'm like, is that it?
Yeah, it's that throne room scene still
that was
fucking
cool,
rocks.
but yeah,
like, that's
doesn't save the movie.
No. And like I said, there's parts of it I'm like, I like this. I like where they're going with this kind of like perspective on things, and then they do something stupid. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there was just the overall scripts and where they're going with it. It was just messy. I feel like they spent a lot of time on one thing and not as much on another thing. The overall script itself should have been just done well, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like the whole Rose Finn thing again was just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Her dialogue, and I have nothing against her because again she got a lot of flack after.
I don't get that. Like,
that's fucked up.
There's other characters in movies that are worse.
Yeah.
It's like,
but like a lot of her line delivery, because her lines were fucking weak, and they're just, I don't know, it was just weird. And it wasn't against her. Her acting was good for the most part.
that hesitation in there.
It was because like there's some lines I'm like, well, you couldn't. I don't know. It just feels very forced.
Yeah.
But I think that's mostly a lot of it to do with the dialogue itself. But that was really loud.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to see where this is going because I'm reading that Thrawn book right now.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna finish it.
Yeah.
I restarted it and I started. I'm maybe like 200 pages in. I really like it.
Yeah.
Because you read all three? Or
No, I just did the first one.
First one.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
It was not really relevant to the current story, but
And I don't necessarily. I want like other stories within Star Wars that are kind of like happening.
I'm just saying if
outside
you were
of
trying to
things.
finish it before the movie, it's not necessary.
Oh no, I'm not. I just like Thrawn a lot.
Yeah.
So
speaking of that throne room scene, have you guys ever heard or watched Corridor Digital on YouTube? So it's this YouTube channel and they're awesome. They're like the best like VFX artists that do YouTube videos.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah.
And they have a second channel which they do these like other videos that they watch. So they're VFX artists and they watch movies with VFX in it. There's like special effects and all that and like 3D stuff. And they'll like critique like good and bad ones. They also do a series of like stuntman videos. So they'll like get a professional Hollywood stuntman in and like they'll watch like Mission Impossible movie or like a clip from Mission Impossible and like they'll go through and like break it down kind of like frame by frame what's going on with a stunt. That throne room scene was pretty funny. They had that in there and there's like characters in the background just like the goons, whatever they are,
the guards.
Yeah.
The goons.
they'll be like standing there with a weapon and you can see like the person who's acting realizes that they're supposed to be kicked or something, but like Rey is not there, so they just kind of wait and just kind of like move around for a second and then Rey gets close and then they jump back or something. It was so funny like seeing that like broken down.
Yeah. Because, like, when I was watching that, it's a very fast-paced scene.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much happening.
Yeah.
But I bet if you slowed it down, I bet you can see piece by piece.
And that's exactly what they do, yeah. They'll watch it, and then they'll be like, oh, yeah, this is what happens. And then, they'll take a very, like, 5-second clip and slow it down and be like, like, watch this character in the background. And they're just like, spinning in circles doing nothing. It's like, that's pretty common in movies, but, like, it's still funny to see.
There's a scene in The Dark Knight Rises with that, where it's like Catwoman and Batman fighting
Yep.
these goons, and then just one guy in the back news just flies back for no reason.
Yeah, because like these stunt guys, like they have their like choreography, and it's like sometimes it doesn't follow through on camera. So, but they're like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see where this is all going in Star Wars in general. So.
Yeah, and
I know we keep talking about it.
I was gonna say we've talked in length about it before, so nothing new. But
I'm just on a huge Star Wars like kick right now, where I'm like again reading Thrawn, rewatching some of the movies. I want to rewatch Rogue One because I really liked Rogue One.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
we're about a month and a half away from the next movie.
That's nuts. It's gonna be here before we know it.
About a month
But
and a half.
Mandalorian's good. That's the one thing I'm fucking just stoked on.
What if it's awful?
Oh,
What if it's just? What if it's like?
I have faith.
What if it's like the scenes from like episode 2 where it's just in the political like in the Senate and they're just sitting there talking?
Ooh, this is fun. There hasn't been a lot of like space politics within the new trilogy at all.
Good.
Have you thought about that?
I thought you were gonna say in the real world.
No.
The Space Force is not a lot of news.
That's why I like reading like the Thrawn books because it's a little bit more
That's
of
all
like
political.
yeah, which is like it's interesting. It's a different spin on the Star Wars universe.
And something like that's a lot more interesting with a book than it would be a movie, just because with the Thrawn books you get his internal dialogue, which you really can't do in a movie without. I mean, you can because like stuff like Sherlock Holmes did it.
Yeah.
But it just wouldn't fit the Star Wars world, so I don't know how it would turn out in a movie. But
yeah,
it's
gonna be interesting. I think Mandalorian's gonna, if it does very well, which I think it will, it's gonna be received well by people. I think that's what Star Wars is going to lean towards, is more of the streaming service rather than movies. That's what HBO wants DC to do now, apparently.
That's because DC sucks.
True. Very true. Except for Joker.
I haven't seen that yet. I mean, in the last, dozen movies, they've had 3 good ones.
Yeah. You got a point there. I'm excited for Batman, though. There's a lot of good casting coming out for that. And the director... No?
We'll see it when it comes out.
It will.
Put everybody in the right spots, and it could still be a disaster.
We'll see. I have high faith.
I'm sure whatever his name, Robert Pattinson, will be fine. Just because there really hasn't been a bad Batman like actor,
like a bad portrayal.
Yeah.
No.
So it's like I'm pretty sure whatever he does with it, it'll be fine. Like the only like bad portrayal I can think of a character is Suicide Squad Joker. Like that was pretty trashy. But other than that,
that's okay.
Because like, Ben Affleck, his Batman was cool. He was like a beefy Batman.
Thick boy.
He was. I mean, you look at a picture of him. It's like
I thought he did very well.
He's like 300 pounds of Batman muscle.
They had good characters in those movies. The movies sucked.
Movies were bad. Yeah.
Like I think Henry Cavill's a really good Superman. I think they didn't really dive into his. Like he didn't have much to work with.
Yeah,
he looks the part and everything.
Oh yeah, I think his Man of Steel Superman was good.
Oh yeah.
His Justice League was not, but for the same reason, he just had nothing to work with.
Yeah. Movie's a mess.
And then what was that other? Oh, Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
The fight scenes in that were fine. They were cool, but everything else in it was the Batman vs Superman fight scene. not like the final battle. That wasn't good.
No. The warehouse scene.
Wonder Woman showing up was cool though.
Yeah, that was cool.
I wish they didn't.
I wish she in that. I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, they killed him in that movie. I just remembered
Superman,
that. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, they crammed way too much.
Yeah.
But I liked the warehouse scene a lot. I wish they didn't show that in a trailer.
I wish they didn't show Wonder Woman in the trailer.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been a cool reveal.
That entrance would have been badass.
Yeah.
Because her theme song's the best out of all DC music.
Yeah, I forgot. She's got, that comes out next year. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm stoked for that.
Yeah, that'll be probably.
We'll get a trailer probably maybe next month even. I think we'll get Black Widow.
Oh,
pretty soon. Oh yeah. I'm a
big really
Black
excited
Widow
about that.
fan.
No, we haven't had a Marvel movie since April.
No, July.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Spider-Man.
So
Boom.
good.
We got that. We got Internals. What else do we have next year?
Internals.
Eternals?
Got the Internals.
Eternals.
That probably comes out in November.
November.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Of next year?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Just Black Widow. Just 2?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like Doctor Strange and there's other movies coming out.
Yeah, but just for
I didn't
next
realize
year.
there's only 2 films.
I think it's just 2.
What was
I don't even think there's
probably because streaming service. Duh.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure when those come out.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Bucky and the Bird.
That just started filming.
So I don't know.
That'll probably be
a
out
while.
summer, if not November. I bet.
Summer would be cutting it close.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on what they need to do for special effects.
Obi-Wan starts filming in beginning of next year.
Sure. They Ant-Man and the Wasp 2 got a green light.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
They didn't really confirm anything. It's just reports.
I mean,
not until Comic-Con, which they'll announce shit then.
there's something else that they just got like news on or something. I'm trying to think of what it was. I'm pretty sure it was a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
But like either someone just joined the cast or something like that. I don't know. When's Thor whatever come out?
When's what?
Love and Thunder.
Probably
The year after. 2021.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Speaking of also Robert Pattinson, I really want to see that Lighthouse movie. Have you heard about that? Oh, you've heard of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see it, but it's like nowhere around here. Actually, it just came to Davenport this week, so I might go see it on Tuesday for like $5 or whatever it is now.
Yeah. Well, it's $5 if you're a Movie Pass member.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
Otherwise, fork it over.
Was it like 8 or 7? Or
yeah,
is it still
just,
like
it's just like regular price. So.
Did you see that ticket thing or whatever finally shut down?
Movie Pass?
Yeah.
It did shut down, but if you didn't like fix your card, they're still charging people.
Oh.
Yeah. Straight up robbery.
That's ridiculous.
I'm glad I had that for that summer. It was like, what was it, last year or 2 years? Incredibles 2 came out, and there's probably a Marvel movie in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's last year.
But yeah, I had it for like it's like Jurassic World 2. Yeah, so I had it for that summer, and it was...
Get all the shitty movies out of the way.
I mean, I would have liked to have seen them, but just paying $10 and seeing them all, you can't beat that. But then again, you can't run a business off of that.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're not familiar with it, it was essentially like it was $10. Like you pay $10 a month, and
$10 a month.
You get like a free movie ticket to each movie that comes out.
Yeah, you can go see every movie that month.
Yeah.
For just the $10.
Yes. So you can clearly see the downfall of their company.
Yeah.
Their model was essentially like a gym model where they hope you just don't go see the movies.
Yeah.
And then around the time when what was it? Rogue Nation came out? Was that the latest Mission Impossible?
Yes.
They started doing blackouts. So like opening weekends, like you can't see that at all. It's like, oh, it's been a fun ride.
I haven't seen the last 2 Mission Impossible films.
I haven't seen any of them.
What?
Because
Really?
of Movie Pass.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're so good.
I would have seen it with Movie Pass.
Yeah.
But
Abrams did one.
What?
Abrams did one, I think. Didn't he do like the 3rd one?
Yeah, he
Mission
did
Impossible 3.
Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol was good. No.
That was the 4th.
Ghost Protocol was
Ghost Protocol was... Hang on, I'm trying to think. So it was Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, and then Ghost Protocol, and then what was the next one?
Go Crazy.
It was Rogue Nation. And then... Oh, no. Fallout was the most recent one.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely sure. Fallout is the one with Henry Cavill. Rogue Nation was the one before that. That was good. Ghost Protocol was the one before that. That one's garbage. Don't watch Ghost Protocol.
That's the Abrams one.
It was the worst. It was the worst out of all of them.
Darn. Isn't Philip Seymour Hoffman in that one?
He's in Mission Impossible 3.
3.
That one was good.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the one Abrams did.
Oh, well, I thought you said Rogue Nation.
No, 3. Whatever 3 is. I just remember the
Or Ghost Protocol, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting confused. Mission Impossible 3 was good. So out of the first 3, the third one is the best, in my opinion. I mean, the first one's like the most classic because you get all like the like the hanging down from the wire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That one's that. But yeah, three's Philip Seymour Hoffman's really, really good in that. Like the opening scene to that movie is one of the best like action opening scenes there is. And then like Ghost Protocol after that was pretty garbage, and then they picked it back up with Rogue Nation afterwards. And Fallout was awesome. Fallout had some of the best stunts there are.
I'll have to check them out.
There's the bathroom fight scene in Fallout that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
It's Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise versus...
Is it the one where he like cocks his arms?
Yeah.
Like a shotgun?
Man, it's too damn big. He would have killed Tom Cruise.
Oh my God. It's so good though. Like just the action in that.
Yeah.
Because some, you know how like the Bourne movies, the action's like real shaky and they cut around all the time. It's like the recent Mission Impossible doesn't do that. It's like it's not perfect, but you can at least see what's going on. And like in that bathroom scene, I think Tom Cruise gets like flipped into a mirror and like crashes into a sink or something like that, and you just like see the whole thing. It's like you see him bounce off. It's like that was good. I like those movies.
I'll have to check them out. Those, and I need to watch the John Wick films because I haven't seen those either.
I've only seen the first one, but it was awesome. So
yeah, I've heard they're all good.
I think they hit a high note with the first one. It's kind of diminishing returns,
has it?
from what I've heard.
I mean,
I'll have to be the judge of that.
That makes sense with those type of movies. Because the reason the first one was so popular was because kind of what I was just saying. The action is very visible. It's like it's very like slow cut, which is good for action because you see what's going on.
Which Keanu Reeves and Tom Cruise do a lot of their own stunts too, right?
Yeah, Tom Cruise does pretty much everything he's allowed to do by himself. That's why he busted up his ankle in Fallout. You ever see that video?
No, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
when he's jumping from like a building.
Yeah, he jumped from a building into the other one and just snapped his ankle. And it's in the movie, so you can see it. And when he gets up and runs off, you can see him kind of limp a little bit.
I think it's crazy that he was on a side of a plane for the one before, and then the last one I was watching a featurette where he was flying a fucking helicopter.
So not only was he flying it, he was hanging below the helicopter.
What the hell,
dude? Simon Pegg has a great story about that. I think he was on like Conan or something. Like he was on a talk show talking about that, and he said that the rest of the cast was watching them film this stunt, but nobody knew he was gonna fall. Yeah. So it's like, and it's in the movie. He's hanging from this rope and he falls down into this crate that's being tethered by the helicopter. And nobody knew he was going to fall. So they're watching Tom Cruise up there hanging on this rope beneath the helicopter, and then he just drops. And everyone freaked out because they were like, oh, shit, he's going to die. And then, it was just part of the movie.
That's nuts.
Like stuff like that, it's like great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plane scene from Rogue Nation, it's like you get sweaty watching it because it's like they just stay on him and he's just hanging outside this like C-170 or something like that.
No, thank
and
you.
He's just going straight up like almost a vertical takeoff.
Yeah, I know they had strings on him, but you can't see.
Well, yeah, movie, I mean they're not going to actually have him hang out. His grip strength would.
Come on, Tom.
And then another stunt he did in Fallout was I forget what they call it, but it's where they do a skydive from like way up high in the air, like not a normal skydiving, like you need a oxygen mask to jump out of the plane, and like he actually did that, and they filmed him coming out. They added CG later to it because he was supposed to be jumping through like a thunderstorm. Yeah, so that was kind of stupid because once they added that, you couldn't see what was going on, but yeah, he actually jumped out, so that was kind of cool.
That's crazy.
And he's like in his 50s.
He's an old man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's a nutcase too.
Yeah. Fucking lunatic. Speaking of lunatics, I guess we should go on to our next topic, shouldn't we? So Bundy, would you like to explain to the people?
My sandwich.
Yeah, Gavin's gonna eat a sandwich during this segment.
Gavin's gonna eat his cold sandwich now.
Go heat it up.
Do you want to explain? You want to explain what Funko is, or what a Funko Pop, or just what's enticing to it, my good sir? Sure. For people who don't know what they are, or the people that are listening specifically for this particular part of the show, so they're like, this fucking idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. So Bundy, go ahead.
Funko is like a collectibles company. They've since branched out, but originally they started back in like 1998, I want to say. Mike Becker, he was the CEO, president, whatever, creator of the company, and he was just doing like licensed bobbleheads, like the Wacky Wobblers, if you've ever seen those. They have them for pretty much any character you can imagine. And then I think around 2000, it's crazy because they haven't been around for that long. It was maybe 2009 or 2010 is when Pop started, and it feels like it's been much, much longer than that. They came out with these little stylized, some are bobbleheads, some are just vinyl figures, but they're called Pops, and that's, without a doubt their most popular, not license, but category of thing they make. But it's just any license or any property that you can imagine has probably had a Funko Pop, or it's probably in the works right now. So they're just really collectible vinyl figures. And Funko, they branch out. They make apparel. They recently acquired a like a, not luggage, but like a bag company.
Loungefly?
Yeah, Loungefly. So they'll do like licensed like little clutch bags and cool little backpacks. And then even more recently, they acquired a board game company. So they just started cranking out their own line of like, and it, of course it's infused with like the Funko flavor. So it's called Funkoverse, I think, and it's a board game.
And they got the app game or whatever that is for Gears.
Yep, they teamed up with who makes Gears of War? Microsoft. I didn't know if it was like Ubisoft or
no. We'll say Microsoft for now.
Okay, we'll just keep it with Microsoft.
Microsoft.
But yeah, they have that mobile game which is out now, which looks pretty fun. I haven't played it, but then they're coming out with something that looks almost more like a Brick Break or like a what's the Candy Crush
kind of
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming, I would think, in the near future.
You gonna pick that up?
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like constant in-app purchases. But
A lot of them are.
yeah.
How many pops would you say you have, my good sir?
So just pops, it's several hundred, I would think.
Yeah.
And then they make other stuff, but they make like blind box mystery figures, which I have a lot of. So that I probably have a couple, at least 200 of those, I would think.
The mystery minis.
Yeah.
Is what they're called. So like they're pretty much pops, but like smaller versions of them.
Yeah, they don't show
Sometimes
the
a little
same.
different.
Yeah, they don't share the same art style.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like licenses, like your horror, obviously like big movies like Avengers, Star Wars, Harry Potter.
So many fucking
Yeah.
Star Wars pops and Avengers pops that matter.
They must have had recently like their profit update for third quarter of this year. And guess what? Did you see that? Okay, yeah. Guess what the most profitable license was?
Avengers or Marvel.
It was Harry Potter.
Really?
Yeah.
They
Isn't
pumped
that
out a
weird?
lot of Harry Potter this
Yeah.
year, though.
And the thing.
Oh, more profitable. Probably because, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, in like the first and second quarter, it was definitely Avengers because of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this most recent one, it was Harry Potter. But kind of in their like quarterly earnings report, they always like to boast that like the top license is never more than like maybe, I think for Harry Potter, it only made up like 9% of their
really?
sales. So they're pretty diversified as far as that sort of thing goes.
Definitely. Let's say, because now they have, like, for example, if you don't know, like Office Pops, like TV shows.
Yeah.
They have sports, like
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things are everywhere.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Gears of
Fortnite,
War.
I think, was like when they first released that first wave, wasn't that like one of the more popular, like most selling lines?
For what was it? The end of last year.
Yeah.
It was probably their number one earner because they just barely beat everybody else to the like actual physical merchandise for Fortnite because nobody had toys out or anything at that point. So
Smart people.
They just barely got it because I think, Todd McFarlane, he has his toy company and they make Fortnite figures too, I believe. So
yeah, that's cool. What do you want to see further in this Funko community? Because if you don't know, Funko collectors are very committed to their getting their figures. I'm not going to trash talk people, but because to each their own. There are some people that love to flip, which is very common within the field of collecting of anything. But with that, what do you want to see, like figure wise? What do you want to see with the company? Do you think 10 years from now, you think this company will still be around?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I mean,
I don't like how people say it's like Beanie Babies. I don't necessarily. I think it's different.
Yeah, I mean,
personally,
I don't think it's like Beanie Babies exactly, but at the same time, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, Pop is their most popular category of product that they make, so they'll make pops until the sun dies out. But I mean, even looking back the past 10 years, all of the different things that they've tried and like what has hit, what hasn't hit, they're always experimenting, which keeps the brand still somewhat relevant and going forward. But yeah, I mean, as far as licenses, they've made just about everything. Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious.
It's so good.
It's delicious. I'm almost done. No, I wanted to chime in because retail is also not recession proof. So
Right,
that if in the next couple of years we hit a downfall, that they're gonna get hit hard.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So
I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go. Obviously, Buddy and I both would like it to exist 10 years from now. I want it to keep going, obviously.
Yeah, that was recently when they became a publicly traded company when they opened up their IPO or whatever. So you can buy stocks of them now. The tone kind of shifted from being like more collectibles to just like selling as much stuff as they could.
Yeah.
So that kind of killed, because I like it to collect. Like if I can find something that's rare or that's like limited to so many pieces, that's a lot of the fun in it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like when they go out and they release something and it's like instead of 6,000 pieces, it's now like 20,000 pieces. It's just like, well, I can save this, you know, $20-$30 for something else down the road that might be a little harder or cooler to get.
Yeah, especially with those 10 inches recently. So
yeah. But
with that, they have different sizes for the pops. So they have what's the regular size? Would you say
3.75 inches?
Yes, what Bundy said. They have that 6 inches, so they're a little bit bigger,
Yes.
like the Hagrids and whatnot.
Yeah, you got your Hagrid, your Hulkbuster,
Yes,
your
like a little bit bigger.
Big Daddy from
BioShock.
Yep.
Then they have the 10-inch boys. So those have been there's not a ton of them, but they're coming out with more and more. Like sometimes they're exclusive, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But on the actual Funko shop, like their website, they have like these special drops either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Really, whenever they
want to. Yeah, if I'm being honest. But they have this 10-inch. Who is it? Coco or
the last one.
Yes,
Count Chocula.
Count Chocula. Which ad icons are like what they're known as, like, so cereal mascots and what are very popular within the Funko community. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Probably because they just look nice.
I mean, when you think about it, nobody else really makes those.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
but they're very popular. So then now there's like the 10 inches of those. I have a Tony the Tiger 10-inch, which I really like because Tony the Tiger's a really hard one to get in general. Yeah. I think you have a flocked one, don't you? Like the regular.
That came out like a couple.
Two Christmases ago. Yeah.
And that one, it's like limited to 2,000 pieces. So it's like you can't find that anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
But with that, they also have, was it 18 or 19?
Yeah. So I don't think any stores have them yet, but they've been made available for pre-order. But it's the first 19-inch Funko Pop, and it's Batman, which is probably one of their most popular licenses.
Yeah.
And it is enormous.
It's giant.
It's at least this tall.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it makes the 10-inch or the 9-inch makes it look short as hell.
Yeah, so you're gonna get that, right?
I want to see it, but I don't have any room for it, literally. So I just don't.
Just hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah. But I mean, if I had like a house and stuff, I'd find a place to put it. But
you just buy a house for all your Funkos.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get like a, you know, like people have, like they convert their garage into like a studio or something.
Yeah.
Just convert yours into a pop
or their
house.
basement.
Yep,
yeah,
pretty much. I like, one of the things I like about collecting is that each pop, not each I should say, but like a lot of the pops have like a story behind it. Like for example, when Tali and I were in California, we were trying to find that Thrawn pop. So they had a Thrawn pop. It was only exclusive. It was for one of the celebrations for Star Wars, but you can only get it at Toys R Us. So we went to like 7 different Toys R Us's trying to find it because there was a lot within like a certain area. So we would just run there, sold out. Run over there, sold out. But we finally found one where they had one, and I just remember just like the experience of traveling and going for the hunt of it. Like that experience is probably like the one thing I'll remember.
Fun.
Yeah. And that's why I like doing it, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a toy. I'm like, not really, because like each one has its own story behind it and like, you know, a memory I might have. And I think that shit's fun. And I like that a lot, honestly, about it.
Yeah. So.
But I also like the artwork. It's unique. You know, you don't see it. Well, you see it with a Funko products, obviously, but like you don't see it everywhere. It's its own brand. I like that.
Yeah.
I have questions.
Yes.
As a so I don't collect them at all.
Not yet.
No, yeah.
I'll wait till that recession. No, so if you're ever looking, so obviously there are ones that you look for like a specific one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you come across those, you buy them. How do you determine when you're just going to like Target or the mall or something and you don't have a specific one in mind, but you see some? How do you determine if it's like, this is one I'm going to buy, or it's like, I'm going to pass on this? Like, do you do research ahead of time on all these, or do you just see one?
Well, we get notified. So, they'll announce when these future lineups are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times for me personally is if it's unique enough and if it has, like, the actual mold of it's cool. And I'm a big sticker boy, so if it has, like, a special sticker, I want it.
Yeah, so if it's, like, exclusive to some retailer, then it would most likely have a sticker. So, you know, you've got Hot Topic, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Kohl's, Baskin-Robbins. These places have all had exclusive Funko Pops, and so they each get a little cool sticker. And for some people, you know, if you take it out of the box, it's the same exact fucking thing. But if it's got like the original sticker, it's like, oh shit, like especially for like your Comic Cons, like your San Diego Comic Con, there's a sticker if you get it from the convention, and then like 90% of what's at the convention is also at those shared retailers, and it has like a generic like summer convention exclusive or like fall convention exclusive sticker.
Which the value of the actual con sticker is a little bit more, which is kind of ludicrous to me.
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
I mean,
the same
if you
figure.
got it, you got it. It's the same figure in the box.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing with any like collectible though. Is that
Definitely.
if it comes directly from a specific source, it's going to be worth a lot more.
But yeah, I mean, for me, if I go in, I'm trying to collect. Obviously, if it's from a license like that I like a Marvel, Avengers. I don't do too many of the Star Wars ones now, just because there are so many.
There's a lot. There's a lot of Marvel too. So I've been slowing down. So I only get like exclusive. I recently bought a box through Amazon. They have like a what they call, what is it?
Smuggler's Bounty. Yeah.
Bounty. And it has one of the Knights of Ren that you can't get in any other of the retailers. It's exclusive to that box. And then they have like a special Kylo Ren looking one, which is like a slightly different. Yeah. But it comes with a shirt too, which I have too many Funko shirts. Because a lot of time I want the pop, and then of course it comes with the shirt. So you get your money's worth for it. But yeah, I think it's mostly if I know, say there's going to be this specific pop, and then they're like, oh, there's going to be like a variant of it at this other retailer, then I'm going to wait till that I get that retailer one. I'm not going to get both of them.
Yeah, that's personally. The thing is like, if you can hold out, or if you have like prior knowledge that like there's two versions of like a similar figure coming out, just go for like the harder one or the cooler one. Yeah. So like if there's this and like a glow in the dark version of this, get the glow in the dark one just because it looks cooler.
Glow in the dark ones are sweet.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Did you get the what's his name? He's got like his arms crossed from My Hero.
I sure did.
Okay. Did you see what they did with the sticker on that one?
I sure did. You want to explain it to the people?
Yeah. So, as we mentioned, people care about the stickers a lot.
Also, My Hero anime is a big fucking thing. Like people love their anime pops. Like My Hero Academia pops some of them go for quite a bit.
Yeah.
It was ludicrous, but go on.
Yeah. So they have this. What's the character's name?
You've watched it, right?
Yeah, what character we're talking
It's
about?
the guy at the very end of season 3, like the really blonde-looking successor of All Might.
Fry, Philip J. Fry, souped up hair almost.
I always forget his name because he's a newer character, but like he's like the guy that can like go through walls and shit.
Oh,
and he kicks all their ass.
Oh yeah.
Start with an M.
Yeah, like,
I think it's a shorter one or something, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
There's a new pop of him. I got it online, but with the sticker.
So yeah, that certain pop, that character is exclusive to that online retailer. And so what they did to kind of combat, like, I guess, sticker swapping was they put like a holographic sticker that if you try to peel it off, it leaves like hexagons, like a residue in, like, the pattern.
Very nice.
So it's like you can't
Fuck with
them.
Nice.
It really fucks up the box.
So I got one of those, and I think it's shipping, or it did ship recently.
It's at my house.
I think it's at my house. No, I got a couple emails from the last couple days for pops that are coming in.
Yeah. And like, I'm not like a huge sticker head, but something like that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
well, it's just cool to see like all my figures that like those little stickers, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we typically leave ours in the box because they're easy to stack that way.
Yeah, they are a nice, all pretty much the same, unless you're talking about like a 2-pack or a 6-inch. Yeah. But they're pretty stackable, so they look neat.
Definitely. Also, I think it's a good time randomly because we're getting close to the end. To drop that word for the contest, for the giveaway.
The special word.
Special word of the day is chicken.
Chicken. Go ahead and drop that in the comment section.
Please associate the word chicken somehow within this.
Yeah, that guy.
This in the comment section. So you can't strictly put chicken. I think that should just be like you have to associate chicken within somewhat of a sentence.
Oh, so you have to use it in a sentence?
You sure
you
do.
Have to spell it.
You sure do.
It's country of origin.
Yep. But just so like if someone's not watching, you could just look at the comments and say, "Oh,
why is everyone saying chicken? You're in.
You're in." So use chicken within your specific question. So we're gonna ask a question with the giveaway.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more straightforward.
Changing it now.
No, because like obviously they have to comment on it, but there's gonna be a question.
Oh.
You have to associate chicken within that sentence.
Okay.
Simple. Got it? Everyone got it?
And what do they get if they do so?
They're gonna pop.
A pop.
A pop. If you win, not everyone's going to get a pop, but you get a chance to win a pop. Free everything. You don't have to pay a single thing. All you have to do is like this video, comment with that specific question, and sub. Easy as that.
Subscribe.
Yep. And then we will DM you a week from this episode.
Slide into your DM.
I'm going to slide into that DM, boys. And we're going to get your goddamn mailing address. And then we're going to send that shit to you. Unless you're local. I'm just going to give it to you.
I was going to say, if you're local, you don't win.
Yep, you don't win.
We're going to run up on you.
But yeah. I have an idea of the pop. You'll see, obviously, the pop in the picture when we post this giveaway. And it'll be a good one. It won't be like a cheap looking one. It's going to be... I have an idea of one. I'm not going to say what it is, though. So, but anywho, with pops, we'll finish up this conversation. I just wanted to plug that in.
So, yeah, that's pretty much Funko. They're getting ready to open their Hollywood store in a couple of weeks. So...
Are you going to go to that?
I want to go very bad.
Are you going to go?
I think.
Still?
Yeah, I think
you
I'll
should.
try to.
You should still go.
Yeah.
I can't go anymore.
Yeah. So, but it's like they have because they're headquartered in like Everett, Washington, which is in the middle of nowhere in Washington State. And that store is like 14,000 square feet, and this one's like 44,000 square feet. So it's just incredibly massive. So
yeah, and we won tickets for it. They're free, but we entered in a thing, and then we both got. Yeah. I can't go anymore now, which is, I'm a little upset because I really wanted to go.
Give the ticket away.
We can't. It's on your name.
Damn. I was gonna say that'd be a perfect giveaway.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. No. But yeah, I'm just a big fan. You know, people can mock us all they want. I think Bundy collects a little bit more than I do. I'm a little bit more.
I mean, even in like
hesitant.
the local group in the past 2 years, like there's probably like over 200 people in that Facebook group now, which is insane because it probably started with like 20 when I found it back in the day. But yeah, it's super big in the Quad Cities for whatever reason. But
so getting certain figures is sometimes really hard around here.
Yeah, might have to.
What's the farthest you've ever traveled specifically for a pop?
Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to New York Comic Con a couple of times now.
I'm saying, like, you found a pop you wanted to get.
Yeah.
So you traveled to get that pop. You didn't get it while you were on vacation or anything like that.
Oh, fuck.
Like, you're like, I'm driving 45 minutes to get this thing or something.
I was gonna say, I knew I was gonna get the specific pop, the Figment one.
Yeah.
I went to Disney because I was like, well, I'll just pick it up there. I think we could order online. Part of me wanted to pick up a Madame Leota for a giveaway. I don't know why I didn't do that, but
probably like Des Moines.
That's about 3 hours from here for those of everyone else.
What do we go for?
We went up for
the con,
San Diego Comic Con, but I mean,
so you went up for a different reason.
I mean, well,
I picked up the Go-Tens and Go-Ten.
Yeah, but you were
two-pack
there
one.
for
I was
that
there
show.
for that.
Yeah.
Gus Johnson.
But yeah, that Comic Con last summer.
Yeah.
We went up there to Des Moines specifically for that, and we met up with Dan.
Yeah.
So 3 hours about.
Right.
But I mean, I've probably been to every Target, every Walmart, every Hot Topic.
Have you been to one today?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, within like at least a 3-hour radius.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's for those who don't collect, but they know certain things similar. A good example of this is the recent Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson makeup palette thing that went online. Like it sold out within like minutes, and then apparently people were in line, a virtual line for like hours, just to get some damn makeup. Were you?
Yeah.
Just to like sell it?
Oh,
or?
yeah. Absolutely.
I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if I just jumped on there and
the
got
site
one.
was completely broken.
Yeah.
Like
they were
from the first minute.
That's another thing. Websites, like retailer websites, are not built for like the traffic of Funko collectors.
Oh, absolutely.
When they drop shit, oh my god.
Servers are expensive, and if you only need that like uptick in capacity just for a one sale, you're not going to pay for it.
And they've gotten better at it now because they give them more product to sell, and their online shops have gotten slightly better. Like the Funko shop is pretty apt of handling the traffic now, but like back in the day, like Barnes & Noble, you try to order like con exclusives on there, and like the site would crash, and you'd get like charged like 4 times for one item, and it was awful. But
well, the last Comic-Con, I got that 2-pack for The Simpsons through GameStop, and they said it didn't go through. So I was like, oh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of days later, I got it in the mail, and I already bought it in person because I didn't think I got it initially. So I have 2 of those, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, like you said, I mean, if it costs, so much extra money to make sure that the site runs well, and they only have like that much traffic for 2 hours on one random day of the year, they probably won't change anything.
No.
Yeah.
So.
But they've gotten better. I'm trying to think what sites aren't good anymore. Probably GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop.
GameStop's pretty
crashes
bad.
a lot.
Hot Topic's pretty consistent.
Yeah, but.
And then Funko Shop's the best. And Walmart, because Walmart
sucks.
Yeah, it's just so in and out.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. It's not very good. Because with the Funko community, people have bots. So they that's with anything. But like I know it's very popular. I know within the shoe community.
Yeah.
I don't know much about shoes, whatever. But I know the Funko, there's
a lot of crossover.
Yeah. Same people probably.
Yeah, exactly. So if you know how to buy a pair of shoes like instantly, you can pretty much use it for anything.
Which I didn't realize how expensive shoes were. Like in general, like ugh.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know what, like a pair of Vans is like $50 maybe because there's nothing to it. But
I watched one of those complex videos where they're doing like the shoe shopping.
Oh yeah,
they did one with Joji, and he was like, I forgot how much it was, like $9,000 for a pair of some stupid fucking thing.
That's
like,
that's over the top. That's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's different though. That's like somebody bought a pair of shoes at retail and then sold it to that place, and now that place is marking them up like 1,000%. But yeah, it's
nuts. So, but I think the community is getting a little bit better. You have your bad eggs here and there who try flipping shit. It's like, hey, I just bought this thing that anyone else can buy at Walgreens right now. It's $50.
Yeah,
it's like,
give me
okay,
$25 for it. It's like, okay, good luck.
Good luck with that. I can go get it for 10 somewhere else, or the same location you just picked it up.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's probably my only hobby.
Yeah.
At this moment, so.
What do you want for like line wise or like a license? Like what product do you want next for a specific pop?
Fucking Herky the Hawk.
Oh yeah.
They just started doing college mascots.
Yeah.
So they've got your like Georgia Bulldog. They've got the
Buckeye.
LSU Tiger. Yeah, the Bucky for Ohio State. Yeah. They've got the Spartan
for Michigan State.
And another Spartan for Stanford, I think.
Oh yeah.
Stanford are a bunch of trees, I think. Their mascot's a tree.
That is right. I remember that at the bowl game.
I don't know. Yeah. It's another Spartan character.
No, USC.
Oh, USC. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they just started doing those licenses. So, yeah, definitely like to see Herky.
Yeah.
Can I tweet it at them?
Dope.
You remember that?
When I first started collecting was when we were in college, when we were on Gilbert, and I, like, sent an email to Funko. It was like, you motherfuckers better make Herky right now.
So then they posted, like, oh, what do you guys want to see in the future on Twitter? And I tweeted at them, like, my son, Austin, his last dying wish was to see a Herky pop.
That'd be sick. And they could put them in the bookstores.
Yeah.
I mean, any college town, really, you could sell shit out of those. But
yeah, unfortunately, colleges like to make money, and they...
Yeah.
But I was going to say, the NCAA, well, this doesn't really affect it. Never mind. I was going to say, there's lifted, they did some bill
the student
where they could...
in California, yeah.
Is it just California?
Right now.
Damn it.
And maybe one other state, but it's not countrywide.
Damn. I know they're talking about bringing back NCAA, the football game.
Oh, the video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
yeah. I mean,
do it.
Yeah. I don't know your guys' thoughts on that. I think it's fair if some company uses your likeness to make money. It's like, it's fair to do that. My thing is, though, I can definitely see, like, if they do make another NCAA video game, that they will just stop using characters' likeness or people's likenesses now and just make just generic players, but have them on, the college teams.
Yeah.
I can totally see them doing that to just get around it. And then they'll be like, no, yeah, we're not using you, so we don't owe you money.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was saying about the thing with the like Herky Pop is that colleges charge, whatever business to use that logo, and they charge a lot. Like they even
Iowa, it's a lot.
Iowa's stupid. I don't know about other colleges, but Iowa even charges like the school clubs and stuff to use the logo. like with the marching band.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's like the marching band has to pay to use that logo
Yeah.
on like their shirts and stuff like that.
We know how they feel about the marching band, so
Yeah, but I mean, still, it's like you would think that in university groups would be allowed to use that, but it's like nope. It's like they're gonna charge you. It's like I'm already paying $20,000 just to be allowed to go here.
Yeah,
it's like don't make me pay just to wear a shirt.
Yeah.
Next week we talk about our frustrations with the universities. But yeah, it'll be interesting what they do next. Anything else you want besides Herky?
Adult Swim. They
kicked
in the door big time with Rick and Morty somehow. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure there's another like collectible vinyl toy company, Kid Robot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have the licenses somehow locked up for all of their other stuff. Mm-hmm. So like your Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Mr. Pickles, Robot Chicken, Venture Brothers. Somehow Kid Robot has all of that other stuff. Funko specifically has the master toy license for Rick and Morty. So any toy
they nabbed it pretty early, didn't they? And that's why
any toy product you see for Rick and Morty is probably made by Funko, more than likely.
Which is probably, I wonder how much profit they're returning with Rick and Morty, because they pump out a lot of Rick and Morty products.
Shit ton of Rick and Mortys for that reason. Yeah, so
they gotta make it up.
Yeah, if I could get like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or like Robot Chicken, anything like that, because it's classic.
Yeah.
Home movies. Did you ever see Home movies?
I love
C-Lab 2021.
Yeah, here and there. Do they have South Park Pops?
Yes.
Yes,
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. And like that's the thing too. Just real quick, what are we at here?
Hour 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some characters, animated characters, real life characters, whatever, they don't translate super well into pop form.
Mm-hmm.
So like some of the South Park ones, they look okay, but just imagining like you know what you're looking at when you look at a South Park character.
Yeah.
But like they did Family Guy a couple years back, and those translated not very well at all. Like those are some of the worst looking pops you'll ever see, just because like the proportions were weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't. They don't always translate well, or if they like do pops for like Billions or like New Girl, like some like real life action TV show, they just look like people.
Yeah.
So if you took it out of the box, I don't think you would really know what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. The Office ones look good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell if you had them all together. The Office ones.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
So
very good.
Perfect. Well, again, if you want to enter into this giveaway, go ahead and comment below.
Do they have video game ones? Not to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, they do.
Video game pops?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do they?
Like,
name a franchise.
They started with recently last year, Pokemon. Pokemon's
was a big get for them.
Do they have other do they have Mario, like other Nintendo, or because I know Nintendo likes to lock that stuff down.
Yeah, I think that might be with Amiibos right now. I think.
Oh yeah, I always forget about those.
Probably what they're
stupid things.
Yeah.
No, it just reminded me because I was looking at that poster. I'm like, because I don't know if
you have those.
So I have that's what I was gonna ask, because for those of you not in this room, I have a Horizon Zero Dawn poster I was looking at, and like some of those robots would be kind of cool.
Yeah. They have mystery minis of those robots.
Oh really?
They have a blind box set of
kind of cool.
Horizon.
I sure do. Got mystery minis of anything.
Interesting.
Oh, I wish they do more mystery minis, but then I'm like, they make even more of those than pop, because like typical mystery mini set, you're getting 12 boxes or whatever.
Yep.
So, and there's probably some doubles in there, but there's still more than like a normal, like a big line of pops is probably like 6. Like for Endgame, there's got to be like 20, including the exclusives. But like
I recently got back into the mystery minis because I like to display them like in front of my TV.
And they're smaller.
They're smaller.
They're easier.
A little bit cheaper.
Those are the ones that are like kind of keychain size, right?
Yeah,
like
just
about,
big. Yeah.
But like with the Universal Monster ones, I was like, I'm just gonna try this one. I ended up getting like the rarest one that you can find at Walgreens. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I could flip that if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So, but yep, that's the wonderful world of Funko. Just a brief conversation about it. We could talk about it probably for a while. Yep, and all the stuff I want to see. There's a lot of stuff.
What do you want to see? Real quick, go now.
Well, Herky, obviously, that's a big one. I want to see more. Not like, I guess I want to see more sports. But I feel like they're pumping out a lot of sports, so there's more and more coming out.
Like individual, because like they have like a Tiger Woods coming pretty soon.
But even like, I don't know, not just doing individuals, but like doing like, I don't want to say like movie moments, but like maybe like
like a sports moment.
Yeah, sports
That'd be
moment of
cool.
some sort. That'd be pretty
They
cool.
They do certain like big box. It's usually more than one pop, but it's like in Infinity War when Thanos is like grabbing down on Captain America. So they have like a little plastic base, and then it's those two pops like interacting, and they call that a movie moment.
Yeah.
And they've made a couple of those now, so you could do like that with sports. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. And then obviously just expanding out more to more Disney stuff, more Disney parks exclusives, because those are my favorite.
Yeah, just really anything that's like you can't find a toy of.
Yeah, definitely.
Just random weird stuff.
Because they just had the Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary, and I bought everything, so I spent a lot of money, but it was worth it. And I have a shit ton of that stuff because that's my favorite attraction there. But like Disney has their own park exclusives, so like they had like a Figment, if you know who that is.
Nope.
He's a little imaginary dragon in Epcot. It's like their mascot for Epcot. And they had one for what they have a food and wine festival, and it's just him as a chef, and it's fucking cute as shit. And I love that. It has a little Parks logo or a sticker on there. Bueno.
When you're talking about the sports moment, I was just thinking of different ones that would be fun to see.
I just thought I wanted to.
Which one?
Have you ever heard of Randy Johnson, the MLB player?
Yeah.
From like way back in the day. There's this real famous video clip that you can look up. So Randy Johnson was a pitcher.
Yep.
And there's this clip where he pitches the ball, it's going down, and this like pigeon flies in front of the ball, and they make contact, and the pigeon just explodes into feathers. And I'm like, make that into a scene.
They could do. I was thinking when Mike Tyson bit.
That's another good one.
Yeah.
Is there a Mike Tyson pop?
There's not. They did Muhammad Ali recently. Definitely had to get that one, but yeah, they only have that as far as boxers go. They only have Muhammad Ali.
Or even like more music stuff.
They took a kind of a hiatus for a long time because some of the older music ones, they're pretty expensive now, but they did Brandon Urie, they did The Police recently, Iggy Pop. They did a second thing of Kiss.
Yeah, I remember that.
They're doing another Tupac, more Biggie, Ice Cube.
There's a lot of Biggie.
Yeah, there's a lot of Biggie.
Is it because he's dead that they're able to get that licensing? Or it's more acquirable, I guess?
Yeah. I think it has to do with their estate. Just if they're
Gotcha.
dead, it's probably a little bit easier.
Yeah, they're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there a Michael Jordan one?
There sure is.
Oh, there is?
They just came out with those in the past year, and there's been some pretty cool ones.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them. So they're like
I have 1 or 2, I think.
they're like slightly different poses, but they're different jerseys and different shoes,
Yep.
which is the best part.
That makes sense.
Yeah, famous for his shoes.
A little bit.
I love MJ.
Yeah,
Like Michael Jackson. No. Wait, Michael Jordan. Sorry.
do have Michael Jackson pops as well.
Those are older, I think.
Yeah, they haven't made any. New
But like
ones.
where I'm going with that is just like now they have like a Darth Vader one where it lights up and it has sound. I'm like, it'd be cool if they had something associated with music for a musician.
Yeah,
Some
that's
sort of
cool.
not necessarily playing like their song because obviously that's
More money.
it's a
Do you
different
remember?
thing.
You remember hit clips?
Yes.
Do something like that.
Yeah. Bring those back.
But yeah, there's that Darth Vader coming out, and then there's a Kylo Ren that'll have light and sound. So
Interesting.
Kind of cool.
yeah,
Do they have, or will they have a emperor with like the lightning hands?
they do have
They
that.
have one of
Yeah.
those. But it
That
doesn't light
exact-
up or anything. But
Yeah.
or glow. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, you think they would just have the lightning glow?
Yeah.
I think for a lot of the original Star Wars pops, their lightsabers all glow. They don't have the sticker to show that it glows, but they do. Yeah.
Bastards.
But yeah.
And they also have scented ones.
Why?
Yes.
I have a scented Stitch.
Why? What does it smell like?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They probably only have like 3 or 4. They announced a new one coming next month. It's the Icy Bear, from like the icy
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like
the
slushies.
slushies? Yeah.
So it's that bear. He's got a little grape slushy and it smells like
It's
grape.
grape.
Huh.
Exclusive at Hot Top.
And they have
Double the stickers.
Does anyone sell grape slushy? I always see red and blue.
I
Like
hope
at-
so.
Like
It's
at any
not- yeah.
movie theater or gas station, it's always red and blue.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
I know Whitey's has a grape
Yeah.
slushy. It's not icy brand, but
I bet they do somewhere.
Yeah.
Our theater's not.
I mean,
don't know.
any theater I go to, it's
Yeah.
always red and blue.
True.
yeah.
It's the
Red
staple.
and blue, it's your
We'll see.
staples.
Yeah,
I
excellent.
guess I haven't really paid attention to that. Every
There's-
time when I was in California.
There's those 2, and then there's Swamp Thing. There's a scented Swamp Thing
Yep.
that smells like pine. And then and then there's Stinkor from Masters of the Universe, He-Man type thing.
Yeah.
And I have that one, and it smells
Did they
Lysol.
Did they lose their licensing for that? I know there's talks of it.
That was the big rumor going around, and it it might be true, but I mean we can only really tell from what they put out.
Yeah.
And they haven't put out anything from that license since that rumor was going around, so it might not be.
Yeah, I picked up a couple because I was like, just in case. You never know.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like even if they lose a license, they can get a license back. That happens all the time.
Yeah, Simpsons.
Yeah,
that was a big one. I'm very glad that they got Simpsons back because all the Simpsons pops look nice to me.
And all the old ones are impossible to get.
Yeah, and it makes me happy because then I'm like, I don't need to get the old ones because the new ones are out and they're like cooler variants because they're doing a lot of the Treehouse of Horror ones, which I didn't pick up the Mr. Burns or the Hot Topic one, and I wish I did. Yeah. They had the Hot Topic one the other day, and I don't know why I picked it up. Didn't pick it up, but I have the Aliens at least, and I still want to get like the regular line whenever they have some sort of sale, like buy 3, get the 4th one for free or something like that. So we'll see. There's a lot of sales that I try associating my pops with. So I don't spend more money than I should be, but then again, should be buying.
Yeah.
More of the story.
Once you're already buying.
It's a luxury that we're even able to just collect toys.
Exactly.
So
I'm very fortunate and very happy. So, well, next week I think we'll play some Luigi's Mansion soon.
Hopefully.
I think I'm gonna go pick that up. So we might have a video. Maybe we'll see.
Don't look forward to it. No.
We'll have a video, but it's just depending on when it will be coming out. So that's the thing. So we'll see if it's good. We'll record it this week, if not next week. Also, what were we talking about before we recorded today?
What were we talking about?
McDonald's CEO out after a recent consensual relationship with an employee.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to talk about
We're
McDonald's.
gonna talk about McDonald's now.
Talk about
Go get a chicken sandwich.
Streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing official yet, but we will.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, we want to start streaming in the near future, probably within the next couple of weeks. And we'll have a Guber Gamez channel that we'll let you all know about. If you're into that, we don't have any dates or anything yet, but because we're gonna figure that out and
we'll roll it out. I would say within the next month.
Yeah.
That's probably like a little too further out. I would hopefully in the next couple of weeks we get it up and running.
Yeah, and I'm planning to do just some test streams this week.
Yeah.
So if you happen to catch one of those,
I'm sorry.
join in the conversation.
I'm gonna test out my setup too because the plan is that we'll do streams together, but
you can also do solo ones.
We'll just like, hey, I'm just gonna go on for a few bit, even if it's like a few people watching. Yeah. That's still.
And as far as right now, we'll probably just stick to Twitch just because that's what we're used to and comfortable with. But we'll see how it goes and if we do need to expand elsewhere. But Twitch, we'll have we'll get a channel set up and send links out in the future.
So Luigi's Mansion streaming in the future. Don't forget to comment below, like and subscribe to be eligible for that giveaway.
What's the word?
The word is chicken. Look at all those chickens. So, my name's Justin.
I'm Gavin.
And I'm Bundy.
We'll talk to you guys next week.